Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Alex, and if this is your first time, where have you been all my life? And if not, thanks for tuning back in. I still love you. Now, like always, I have something very special for you guys. Dun. I think you already know by the title. A XENOMORPH Hive diorama. What am I saying? I don't know. But yeah, this thing was a whole process. Really fun, super easy. This was one of the ones I think you guys should all try out, frankly. It's super easy. Sit back, relax, it's gonna be a good time, and without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, the first thing we gotta do is No, not aesthetic enough. Okay, now the first thing we gotta do is get this big girl out of here. Now as if I'd ever treat her like that. She's my baby, my precious little girl. These folks, on the other hand, it's okay, I dropped them all nicely. With the figures out of the way, I was able to get a good idea of just how fucking dusty my room is, and the amount of space I have to work with. And like I said before, the girl is quite large, but luckily, the display is a lot roomier than it looks. No, let me just get this shit out of the way. Okay, so, let's go Tarantino and start with some feet. I figured the only acceptable flooring will be metal grates, because, I mean, come on, when you think alien, you think dark spaceship, and nothing screams dark, creepy spaceship like metal grate flooring. Fortunately for me, I had the perfect thing. Years back, I made this great flooring out of these aquarium base pieces, which came out looking pretty okay. I tried selling it, nobody wanted it, can't really blame them. So, it has been sitting in my closet collecting dust for years. Until now, I'm finally going to be able to use it. Oh. Fuck. Well, that's an awkward fit. I got it. I'm going to MacGyver the shit out of this. But not to worry, I do have an actual plan, and it involves this wire cover and more grates. So basically, I'm gonna Frankenstein the unpainted floor pieces with the ones I painted years back, and the wire covers of course. And now, if I measured everything out correctly, I should in theory have a perfect fit. Sounds pretty easy, right?
Wait a minute. Hold up. What's up with this?
That's a little foreshadowing for you guys. But with that, let's start chopping. And by chopping, I mean let's use this Dremel to quickly cut out the pieces I needed. Spoilers, this is probably why my perfect fit theory isn't so perfect. I try to make up for my less than stellar chopping with lots of sanding.
General Kenobi.
Now, cross sections are kind of hot, so that's what I went for with the wire covers. Since I'm pretty much treating it as a scaled down version of the real life thing, I really wanted the real wires in there. So I spent about 10 minutes de-tipping and cutting a bunch of pieces of wire and gluing them inside the tube. Sometimes the simplest things work the best.
Fuck.
I'm still so proud of this. And with all the pieces measured, sanded, and cut, all that's left to do is put our base together. And that was just a matter of cutting out a square piece of cardstock onto which I could put the pieces down using some epoxy glue for extra durability. Now, to get the most precise fit, I made sure to weigh the whole base down with a bunch of random shit. I bet if the Captain Morgan was full, it would have been enough weight. But that's no fun. With all the pieces cured, I proceeded to spray paint the whole thing black, using some really old, shitty paint, which I had to go back in and wipe off. Yeah, fuck. I know. I should know better by now, but I don't. Whatever. So, from there, I went in for a quick and dirty paint job, using some metallic silver and bronze paint. Frankly though, all my paint jobs are quick and dirty, so take that as you will.
Nice.
I mentioned earlier I got the floor from an aquarium filter set, but I didn't specify that it also came with these awesome two pieces that are going to become awesome two pieces. Imaginative, I know. I picked out what I like, painted it silver, which was annoying since the paint was like smooth surface. Nah, I'm gonna head the fuck out. So, after 3 hours of coating, I glued everything to the base, which was all we had to do. Though, we could have done way less. To elaborate, my dumbass thought I'd get more detail from painting everything separately than one time at the end. But, you'll see how that wasn't the fucking case.
The fuck is that?
But, moving on for now, we can't have a XENOMORPH hive without a touch of human suffering. And my boy Hicks is going to become that metaphorical sacrificial lamb, as he's got that, oh fuck, my chest is gestating type of look, which I desperately need. Now, if you haven't gotten the hit, he's going to become a random chest bursting marine. I don't necessarily want to use my only colonial marine figure as a dio piece, so I went for a cast of him, making him this pseudo cross box, or, oh man, he even looks crucified. But yeah, I made a pseudo cross-shaped box where I made a mold of him using some smooth-on liquid silicone, and ended up with 2 casts of him, which were both missing noses that I had to sculpt by hand. Yeah, fun times. Oh shit. And now to my least favorite part of pretty much every project, painting. Fuck! Just thinking about it saps me. So, I'm not even gonna write a script for this part. We're just gonna go off the cuffs. So enjoy. So yeah, when it came to painting this guy, I wasn't too worried initially, mainly because I painted a Camby before, and quite well too. But the thing that really fucked it for me was my inability to know colors. So yeah, his undershirt and pants are supposed to be this khaki color, you know, like the actual figure, but they turned out this ugly vomit olive green, which I am not a fan of. At that moment in the project, I just didn't want to deal with it, so I just moved on to painting the face. And also, real quick, why does he look like Sloth from the Goonies? I didn't think I was that bad at casting, but apparently I am. And this is what I turned out with, the initial one.
This one's definitely the bootleg. Or is it this one?
Now, I didn't film this, but I did go back and repaint the undershirt and pants, along with the camo. So yeah, kill me, please. Okay, back on track and moving from the floor to the wall. We're gonna make our actual hive background. Now, I should really Google what the hive material is called, but fuck, I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. Nope, I was bothered. So yeah, I googled it. It's just resin. They secrete resin. But anyways, what I did, I grabbed 2 cans of expanding foam, which were about $3 at Walmart, super cheap, and proceeded to slow build up the hive pattern in a 3D printer fashion. Now, the secret to the pattern is horizontal beams with circular tentacle patterns all around. That's what really gives it that Xeno feel. And oh god, this part hurts to watch because look how fucking crooked. So yeah, this is one of the major fuck ups contributing to the less than perfect fit. I cut way too much. Now, you definitely want to cut, but I went way too ham, and the right thing to do was to take my time. So yeah, I really fucking suck. After having fucked up without even realizing it, I proceeded to cover the whole hive in Plasti Dip, making sure to get every nook and cranny by spraying it from all angles. Personally, I don't like Timmy or Tommy. I think they're both cucks. So yeah, take that as you will. And here's another fuck up. Things are just going downhill from here, huh? But yeah, I realized very late into this that he doesn't actually need the legs. So, an amputation is in order. Yeah, I know how much time I wasted painting his dumb shit camo. I hate myself and painting. On that note though, remember me whining about how painting things separately was pretty much a waste? This is exactly why. In the end, it didn't matter. The foam got everywhere, so I pretty much had to repaint everything, and things just kept getting worse because when I would try to paint the tubes, the silver would just get on the black, and when I tried to fix that, the black would just get on the tubes. What a cluster. This is why I hate painting. But now, to make the Xeno hive really shine, we're gonna have to give it more color than just black. I noticed that most Xeno figures use blue highlights on the black to make it pop, so that's what we're doing. At first, I was extremely scared, mainly because if I fucked up, I would have to paint everything again, and I don't want to do that.
Such a bad idea.
But regardless, I dove right into the dry brushing.
That's too much.
Now, my reaction is justified, because I'm a pussy, but also paint. It's hard. Like a trooper though, I carried on, never losing hope. That's a lie. I didn't actually believe it was going to look good until after I finished painting it. Oh, and we can't forget our amputee, so let's just push him into place and call it a day. From there, I proceeded to give the base of the Xeno hive a dirty olive / brown dry brushing, simulating the color from the statuette. Now, I could have called it a day here, but since I'm already copying the statue's color, I might as well go all the way out and finish it off by copying the black and yellow caution pattern too. And this was nothing more than tediously adding layers of yellow until it was vibrant enough. And that's good enough.
I'm good with the yellow.
And I take the tape off and reveal the perfect detailing.
Ooh, let's look. Okay. Yellow.
It's okay.
This one is gonna be great. Okay. Hey, that's shit. Well, surely I have to get one. Fuck. Shit.
And after cleaning the yellow up, all that's left to do is... All that's left to do is some light weathering. And like that, we're all donezo. But before we put the sucker back into display, let's go ahead and take a closer look.
We're done.
And now for some figures for a better sense of scale. And this is actually a great time to self-promote. So, if you're having a good time, maybe even chuckled at one of my stupid jokes, consider leaving a like, or hell, even subscribing. There's a lot more content to come, and I'd love to keep sharing it with you guys. So yeah, stick around. And the real Xeno Hunter, of course, from the comics, my one and only, my favorite. I don't actually remember his name, but it is my favorite figure. Wait, I just remembered. It's Broken Tusk. And now to actually put the display in. And like I foreshadowed, the thing didn't fit too well, to my unjustified surprise.
Did that shrink?
But luckily for me, the heft of the queen was more than enough to keep the display grounded, so that saved my ass. Thank you, my love. And the last thing I want to show off is the light. It changes. Wow. See, I didn't make you watch me plug it in for nothing. It all ties in at the end. That's movie making at its finest, huh? But with that, all done. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in, especially if you made it this far. You guys are real troopers here, and I appreciate that. As far as the project goes, this one went pretty well. Surprisingly smooth, aside from the minor fuck-ups here and there, and the whole not fitting inside the display. But yeah, smooth, like I said. But what I really want to know is, what do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you think it's okay or just mediocre? Leave it down below. I read all the comments and I appreciate them deeply, especially when they're shitty and they call me a cuck. So yeah, go ahead and do that in the comment section. We'll see who's really watching the videos, huh? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and with that, I'll catch you on the next one.